Hey cuties, Peachy here, welcome back to a new video. And in this video, well, we are finally going to be doing the breakdown of the latest Monster High episode. Episode 13 came out last Friday, and we got a lot of reveals. We got the Werecat twins, and then we got Gil. He had a cameo, and it was like out of nowhere. Like, I literally was not expecting that. So we have a lot of juicy tea to talk about. So let's go on over live and let's get into it. So we start off with the first half of the episode with the Gil cameo and Laguna's whole storyline. I really loved this episode because it really had Laguna fleshing out more of her character, and it was really nice to see her get some more love and attention. So here she is doodling. It's really nostalgic to me because I used to doodle a lot, and especially also this art style really reminds me of Turning Red, the Pixar movie, because the protagonist, I forget her name, but she also doodles exactly like this. So it's really so nostalgic, and it's just really sweet. It's really funny. So she is dreaming of having company. She's basically dreaming of her imaginary boyfriend, and so she imagines, as she conjures up Gil in her imagination, and here he is. So for this sequence, Gil is not, quote, he's not real. Like, it's all in her head, but as we'll see later at the end of this half of the story plot segment, Gil does in fact look exactly like this, and this is Gil, like he looks like this. But here, everything he does in this sequence is not like actually Gil, it's just her in her mind. So just keep that in mind, that this is just it's a fantasy sequence, but Gil does look like this. So here he is. It looks amazing. I like the look at this, the little sandals, the fins, the shorts, the little jacket, the hoodie. Very similar style to Laguna, in the moonlight as well, walking in the moonlight. And so here's a close up. You can tell he has ears. I don't think he had ears in G1, which is shocking. The hair. Look at this hair. It's really trendy. Like, a lot of people have said that it looks like K-pop, like a K-pop idol, like a K-pop boy from a boy band or something. Like, so I see that. It definitely kind of looks like that, in that vein of style. And then the earring as well, it just makes him look so cool. And you might notice he's not wearing a helmet. That's because he still has gills like around his neck, but now he has these covers so he can breathe, on land. So that's how they're doing this now for G3 Gil. So he looks great. Look at him smiling, green eyes. He has some scales here on the top as well. He has sharp teeth as well. But look at this wink. Look at this little wink, girl. Ooh, again, it's not really Gil, but it's still like it's so cute. Like, I don't know why Mattel had to go so hard on his redesign. Like, he really looks amazing. Like, it's a glow up. Like, Mattel really said, like, you want a Gil to have a glow up? Okay, fine. We'll give you hot Gil. he's cool now. Like, so I mean, yeah, he looks amazing. And people are crushing on him hard already, and he's only had a cameo, so it's like insane. So here he is, also kind of like, being all wild with his teeth and sharp teeth. He has sharp teeth as well, like Laguna, and he's like flailing his tongue around like an animal. It's really fun. Again, here he is just in her imagination, so she thinks of him like as an equal, but she still thinks he is a what do you say, like a saltwater freshwater. So he's still a freshwater monster. There's still that whole divide between them, but maybe in this new generation it's not really that big of a deal anymore. So look, this is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. I ship him so hard. Look at us. Ah! And he's tall. Like, girl, he has it all. He's checking all the boxes. Like, it's insane. Like, he's so good. I ship him so hard. They're so cute. And actually I think the fact that Laguna's pink now kind of makes this dynamic even more like visually appealing, because now, Gil is blue and Laguna's pink. So pink and blue, they go really well together. So I think, like, visually speaking, like, it's a really nice color story that of these two characters, and you know, it really works well together. I don't know, I think the color theming here with both characters is very complimentary. So they look really cute. Here they are chilling, you know. So yeah, you can really tell, like, in her imagination, he's basically like a lap dog. He's like, or I mean, he does make dolphin noises, but yeah, so he she feeds him like, what, a banana, and he's like, like a sea lion. It's really funny. But look at these, I don't know, I love it. It's like fantasy again, but I love this sequence so much. And then look, it goes off the rails. She thinks then basically she's remembering like a storyline from like a telenovela where it's like there's always like an evil twin, and so here he is, an evil twin with a mustache and a top hat. So and it's so cute. Like, I just love the anime and like doodle inspired sketches here with the animation for Laguna. So the twins start to fight, and then Laguna gets chompy, which is her main storyline here in this half of the episode, where we get to find more about Laguna and how when she gets upset or she gets, you know, like emotional or something, she gets chompy, which means she has to bite something, and she really goes at it. So yeah, she lost both gills, they're both gone, and now she's sad. So we're back to reality. She basically just recited the whole plot for a movie that she would like to make with her friends, and so everyone's on board. And we get somewhere Twyla, which I love. I was scared at first that Twyla was not going to get the love she deserved in appearing in more episodes. So I am really happy that she's already back in the next episode, and not just as a background character, but she's like really here and she has a prominent role. So the production goes off the rails a little bit already at the start. Draculaura worms her way into playing the lead, but Laguna's very uncomfortable. She's like, it's about me, I wrote the script, it's for me, it's about me. So she's like very upset, and Twyla sees, every time Laguna gets upset, Twyla's like, yeah, she sees it, because obviously she's always in the shadows, so that makes sense. And so we start off the production. Look at so cute, and Deuce in his Gil costume, so cute. I love it so much. So they have cute scenes together, and then Deuce also has a request, and then Heath has a request, and Laguna keeps getting upset. And then look, more doodles. I love it again, like exactly like the art style from when a character in Turning Red, she also doodles. So it's so funny, so cute. I love it. And then here, yeah, it goes off the rails, and then Cleo has an idea. She wants to make it like a reality TV show, have interview portions. And then so basically by the end, Draculaura even says, why can't we leave out the chomp bit, that she's chompy, which is again her issue, that when she gets upset she has to chomp, which is ironic because Draculaura's here provoking the chomp, and then she's like, okay, I made the whole script revolving around this one issue, but fine, you can scratch that one line if you would like to. So Laguna's being very compliant here. She doesn't want to upset anyone because she doesn't want to lose any friends, and we'll find out later about her past and why that kind of like scarred her. And so yeah, it's bad. Twyla sees it all. She sees how upset Laguna is, and then by the end, they have wrapped because you know, they ran out of the film reel like 3 hours ago apparently. So they wrapped. Everyone's happy except Laguna. She's obviously upset, and then Twyla comes in. She's like, hey, are you okay? And then Laguna's like, yeah, why would I not be? I'm, you know, like, I'm fine. And then she's like, well, this is what's left of the cherry that you were, you know, the chair that you were chewing on. And so they have a little talk. You know, Twyla says about how when she gets overwhelmed, she starts twirling her bracelet, which I love that they really keep, like, it's not like they're throwing it in your face. Like, if you didn't see the last episode with Twyla, and she says, like, she actually like outwardly states she is autistic. Like, if you did not see that here in this episode, all she says, like, when she gets overwhelmed, she twirls her bracelet, and it helps her calm down. If you didn't know she's autistic, this is very natural. This is very organic script writing. Like, I love this so much because it's working in details about her that we I mean, we knew before, like visually speaking, she did it in the last episode, but like now she's explaining it, and so it's a very good way to explain things about that we saw earlier. And I like that they're not like harping too much about like, oh, she's autistic, like, yes, you know, no, she's like, it's very subtle and very subtle representation, and I think that's very important, that it's not like in your face. It's like very subtle. It's very, you know, just, it's like a quick line and then it's over. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what we need, especially in kids media. It's just normalizing things that should be normal from the start. So I love this sequence, this little interaction. Laguna starts explaining that in her past, you know, she used to live happily with her whole family, but then they had, you know, the mom, her tío, and I think her aunt, they had a little argument on what to have for dinner. So, and she wanted to have, you know, a sunbather, so it's really funny. And all the while, Twyla is actually the one who's you know, creating these shadow shapes, of course. So Laguna explains that after this whole, you know, argument, the tío and, you know, the other, I guess the rest of her family kind of like left from her mom and herself. So they were alone and they only had each other because of this whole argument of just what to have for dinner. So now she, because of that bad experience, she doesn't want to, you know, make her friends angry or cause any issues, because she just wants to have friends and not cause any, you know, any problems. And so she just kept saying yes the whole time while production was in, production was in motion, because she didn't want to lose her friends over silly little things. But then Twyla explains that it's not silly, it's about her, the movie's about her, you know, after all. And so she goes to the coffin bean, and Twyla here, she reassures her, and she says, you know, I would like to redo the film. It just kind of did not go the way I wanted to, and everyone's shocked. But then she explains it, and everyone's okay with it, obviously. So it's a very cute sequence. And then Heath is like, well, okay, let's help Laguna make what she actually wanted to make in the first place. So at the end, like, oh, I love how Twyla, it's just she's like such a healer, you know, like I love this. It's like such a cute moment. And then by the end, you know, we're in the cinema, the whole movie's wrapped, and now it's exactly like how Laguna wanted to see it in the first place. So really cute. And then the last line here is basically Laguna's asking Frankie, like, do you think there's really a monster out there that's like this perfect? And Frankie's like, yeah, it's Monster High, anything could happen. And then cut to Gil, he's on the beach somewhere, and this is real Gil. Like, this is not like fantasy sequence Gil. Like, this is actually Gil, and he gets a text from Monster High as saying that he's been you know, invited, or I guess he's been enrolled into Monster High. And he's like, yeah, that's awesome, okay, I'll keep doing my growling exercises now, and that's it. So that's basically the end cameo of Gil in this episode, but it does confirm that this is Gil Weber in G3, and he is coming to Monster High. So I am so happy, because Laguna, she's so sweet. I love her character, her personality so much in this G3 and the series. They did such a good job here in this episode as well, and I want her to be happy. So I'm so happy. I'm so glad that Gil is here to make her happy, and I hope that it goes well. I know people are very worried about Gil's personality and like what he might be like. People are just worried. So I hope, you know, he turns out great. I think he looks great. So I think it really just comes down to like how he is as a character and how they write him with the, you know, issues, I guess, with seawater, freshwater. Like, is it still saltwater, freshwater? Like, is that still like a big deal? Or like, yeah, I guess it's really exciting. I can't wait to see them interact, because again, I really want Laguna to be happy, and I think Gil here potentially could be Laguna's happiness, and I'm just happy he's on his way to Monster High and meeting Laguna, and we do know he's gonna pop up in more episodes, so it's happening. It's just a matter of when and where. Then we have the second half of the episode. It starts off with Toralei in the creepateria feeling lonely because she's alone sitting at lunch, and then she offers a chair to Laguna, and Laguna's like, the chairs are coming back for revenge, because for all the times we sat on them. And so it's so silly, but it's funny. It's Laguna. She's so funny. And then Laguna's like, nope, sorry, I'm not sitting with you ever since, because last time I sat with you, you blackmailed me. And so now I'm keeping a healthy distance between us. between, you know, our relationship. And it's so funny. I love it. And she's like, nope, boundaries. And she's like, Toralai's like, oh my god, what? And then Toralai's like, Spectra, come sit with me. And Spectra's like, Spectra's not here right now, sorry. So Toralai's very sad, and she sees Abby, Claudine. Claude and Claudine are like, they founded like a new club for insects and stuff. And so Toralai's like, hey, what are you doing? You're scaring away all my potential friends. And then they're like, really? I don't think it's us that's the problem here. So Toralai's like fed up. She's like, oh, I hate these insects. And then she's like, ooh, wait, one of these insects controls minds. And so she steals the insects, the earworms. And then we get to see her cousins. They're her cousins now. The Werecat twins are her cousins now. So Meowity and Persephone. So here they are carrying in all the band gear, because now they are a band and they call themselves Hisfits, which is so cute. So here we have Meowity, and here we have Persephone. So if I get them mixed up, I'm very sorry. I'm going to try my best, but I'm bad with names. I also love how they both have the one eye that's like orange and the other eye is like purple. That's really nice. That's a really nice little detail. And so they're setting up the gear, they're setting up the instruments, because now they're called the Hisfits. They're part of the band. Persephone, she's like, she said something, and then Toralai's, sorry, I didn't hear you, but whatever you said, sure. And so it's really funny. I like how Toralai is very witty. She's very sassy, and she's still sassy with her own cousins. So yes. And also the Werecat twins, they don't have a British accent. That's because I think they came from like an American part of like the world, and they're not British because they live in separate like countries or something, and now they transfer to Monster High, also thanks to Toralai's mom, Katerina. And so they also confirmed that her mom is called Katerina, and we had seen previously her name pop up in the IMDb episode description. So that confirms that the episode where Katerina, Toralai's mom, offers a deal to Claudine, she offers Claudine a deal, you know, a swap for the amulet, her, you know, Moonclaw amulet for Selena's diary, you know, Claudine's mom. So that is that's gonna happen. Like, that's actually gonna happen. That's very exciting. I cannot wait to see Toralai's mom, because we have heard about, they've talked about Toralai's mom for a little bit, like in the season 1 so far, and how she's like the Werecat ruler or something. So very interesting. But anyways, they look amazing. I think they look really cute. Like, the designs I think are really nice. Like, they're not too colorful in my opinion. I think they still look basically like the Werecat twins, but just I guess younger, if you will. So the plan goes into motion. Toralai releases the earworms. She has to sing a song and get everyone into the auditorium so she can hypnotize them, basically. So these earworms are basically like little headphones. They wrap themselves around the, you know, host's ears. And so the host, you know, the people who are hypnotized, they are then controlled by the earworm, and they fall in love with anyone, with whatever they were hearing, you know, in the song. So Toralai says, you know, you'll fall in love with me. And so basically now she has a ton of fans. And so we have this cute moment here with the Meowity. You know, Meowity seems to be like the, I don't want to be mean, but like there's definitely like stereotypes here played into the characters. So Meowity seems to be like the quote dumb one, because she also has like the more loud voice, and then Persephone seems to be like the more I guess normal one. So it's so sweet. I definitely think that them having personalities is a really good step in the right direction, because in G1 they didn't have any personalities really to speak of. Like, they were always just Toralai's henchmen. So, you know, it's Goonies, little goons. So I'm really happy that they changed that here, and that they're also family now. They're cousins. So that's amazing. The whole school is basically hypnotized, and look, he looks really scary. So she's in a hallway. She's like, yes, I did it. And the Werecat twins keep asking, like, they're like, wait, why does she keep saying I? It's we did it. So, but obviously Toralai is always like, she's always thinking about herself and never about her cousins, unfortunately. And so she goes to the cafeteria again. Miss Bloodgood here performs a split, and it's very comedic. And then so she gets a lot of fan mail, a lot of trophies and stuff. And then so the Werecat twins are like, wait, the merch should have all our heads on it and not just yours. And then Personality, she's like, yeah, I want to see someone else wearing my head on their head, you know. And then she's, yeah, so basically a cap. So it's so funny. I love it. It's really cute. And then Toralei says like, sorry, but they want to see my mug on their mugs, not yours. And it's, yeah, working in that lingo is also very nice. And so, yeah, they're basically pissed. They're like, oh, okay, well, screw her. You know, like, oh, okay, well, she's selfish. So, yeah, they're basically over it. And then Toralei, you know, she gets into like a swarm of her fans, and she has to get out of there. So she gets into the trash can that then, you know, takes her to the catacombs here, where Claudine and Claude are as well. And they were waiting for everyone to show up for their little, you know, insect club, but no one came. And so, you know, they are safe. They don't have any earworms attached. So Toralei has a little, you know, sad moment here. She's like, ugh, being popular isn't everything it's, you know, made out to be. So, and then Claudine, she's being nice to Toralei. She's like, hey, look at me. I was also very sad in my old school. And Toralei's like, wow, okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel less bad now. Thank you. And so basically, Toralei's like, I need your help. Claude is like, okay, there's like this instruction where it says it gives you the results of how to undo the earworm curse. And so they have to go back to the twins here, and Toralei apologizes, and she's like actually very sweet about it. Like, I love this whole end sequence here where she apologizes and she's like, I had two friends all along. And then Reality is like, who are these friends? Where are they? And obviously they are the friends that she always had. And so she promises to treat them better and appreciate them, which is so sweet. It's definitely like a good, it's definitely like really good character growth for Toralei. And then they have a cute little hug. Look at them, oh, it's so cute. Cousins by fate, or they say something really cute, like cousins by blood, but friends by choice. Really sweet. And so Toralei is like, yes, I have friends. Really cute moment here. I definitely really love this moment. And then she starts singing. They start performing the song with different lyrics that will undo the curse. So they do that. Everything goes back to normal. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, yeah, little throwback here. The dance is every character here who's dancing. It's basically like a little Easter egg to the first Monster High commercial, where they were also dancing in very similar you know, ways. So very cute little Easter egg. And then yeah, Claude and Claudine collect the earworms, and everything's okay. And so at the very end, you know, Miss Bloodgood, she also is no longer affected, and so she sees them in her office, and she's like, oh my god, did you do this, Toralei? And Toralei's like, oh no, it wasn't just me, it was actually all three of us. So, you know, because before she didn't share credit, and now she is, conveniently enough, you know. So her cousins are very mad at her, but then she's like, oh well, you know, oops. So that's basically the episode. It was very sweet, and I definitely think the Werecat twins are very good. They're very well worked into the story, and I like their designs, I like their voices, I like their characters. I can't wait to see them interact more with Toralei, and I definitely hope that they will appear in more episodes. But yeah, for you, and that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily, and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope till next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.